you don't mind, I want to read just a few sentences from your book, which will lead into the first question. So, when a soul completes building this holy temple, that being will be able to travel between universes, go between the highest heavens and the lowest hells, and sit with the absolute or materialize a physical body on earth at will. This is the true destiny for the human soul, to have its full freedom and to be or not to be. So that really stood out to me when I said that, or when I read that, I thought, yes, please. So I thought, could you speak to that and maybe talk about the immortal body?
Yes. Well, the immortal body is just, the body is to be in this universe, whether it's in the physical, what we call the physical part of this universe, or the astral part of the universe, whatever we want to call it, it's still part of this universe, which is the manifested form. And it's based on dichotomies. Everything here is positive, negative, opposites, because it's split. It comes from a place of being divided, whereas spirit is whole, undivided, limitless, eternal. And in a sense, there's nothing to it. It just is. There's no division, so there's no time, there's no sequence, there's no linear experience like we all have here. And in the process of developing ourselves toward a full enlightenment or full awakening, that just means, oh, hey, we're in this universe, but we're not of it. This isn't our home. And so we come here, we're here to learn how to get back to who we really are. And so the purpose of life is essentially learning, but what we're learning here is to learn to truly be who we already are. Well, that seems like the easiest thing. But if it's so easy, why does it take us so long, so many lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of being here to go through and learn all that? Well, the learning process is what brings about this immortal body, this body that's not this physical body that's born out of a mother, but it's a body that we can manifest as spirit, manifest into this world at will. And you hear about that from, those people like Jesus was able to just show up after he was, so-called dead. And there have been other enlightened masters who, after they're considered dead and gone from here, well, they'll, if really needed, they'll show up in the physical, in the flesh, where you can, a person here, we would be able to touch their body and everything. And it seems just like ours, except it's not. It wasn't born from a mother. It was manifested. And that's when you know all that is needed to be known in terms of who you are as spirit, from which everything arises. So then anything in this world, in this universe, it works just like when we're dreaming at night. And I know you guys are really interested in the lucid dreaming. And what's that mean? Well, that means we all dream, and some of us remember dreams more than others, but we all dream. When we remember our dreams, while we were dreaming, it was total reality. We're living our life, and we assume this is the way I am, and I'm driving the car, or eating dinner, or whatever it is. But how do we get lucid? Well, sometimes in the middle of the dream, we go, wait a minute. What was I doing before I was driving the car? What wait a minute, I assume this is a friend I'm having dinner with, but I don't think I ever met this person before. Who is this person? How did I get here? And when you start asking questions, basically you're asking, what's wrong with this picture? Something's missing. And when you start asking, you'll eventually get to a place of going, oh, wait a minute. This is a dream. I'm in a dream. This is my dream. I'm dreaming. Mm-hmm. And when it's such a, I'm sure you know, it's such a joyful, freeing experience because you realize, wow, this is just a dream. It's not real. It's just a dream, which means I can do anything I want. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to, the monster could have been chasing us and we were having a nightmare, but if we become lucid, we wake up within the dream and realize this is a dream. It doesn't control me. I'm not of this dream. I'm not part of this dream. I'm the dreamer. And so then now I'm still dreaming because things are still going on. But I just go, okay, I think I'll walk through the wall, I'll fly, whatever. I'll make the monster disappear. And anything I like, boom, the dream changes to accommodate that because I'm no longer believing that I'm part of the dream. I'm the dreamer. So it's coming, the dream is totally coming from within me. When we wake up, we say we wake up in the morning in the bed and go, oh, that was a dream. That's a different kind of waking up. We're waking up from the dream we were having during our sleep, but we're waking up in a different dimension of a bigger dream. And when we look back at the dream we were having at night, and let's say it was a nightmare, and we wake up in the morning and go, oh, thank God, that was just a dream. What happens? Oh, it was just a dream. I was scared out of my mind during the dream, but once I wake up and I know it's a dream, it's nothing. In fact, I know it even didn't really happen. It only happened in my mind as a dream. And now that I'm awake, it's gone. And really, I can't get back to it because it's never there. It's all made up. Well, what we're doing here in this so-called physical world of time and space, we take it one more step, one more dimension down, and it seems even more real than what's in our mind. But the same thing is happening right here. We're looking around, we assume, we're born somewhere along the way, we start to realize, oh yeah, this is me, and I'm a kid, I'm growing up, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I've always been like this. I've always had a Japanese body. I've always had black hair, things like that. But when you start to wake up, it's like, wait a minute, what's wrong with this picture? What was I doing before birth? Oh, I have memories. Okay. And then people get scared of dying. So they go, what happens after you drop dead? Is there life after death? And more people are waking up, even to the level of just considering that, yeah, it's possible that there's more to life than just this. This is part of the waking up process. As we do so, the more aware we become, our form changes. The physical form may not look much different, but the inner, more subtle aspects of what we have as this physical body, the inner energy body, starts to accommodate the changes in our consciousness. So it becomes lighter. One way to describe it is it becomes lighter, it becomes brighter, and it becomes less and less the effect of our physical environment. So, yes, on the physical level, if a Mack truck comes and runs the body over, well, you're roadkill, just like anybody else, until you're fully done. But in the subtle bodies, there's less and less effect. So the person's experience inside even if the body's injured and stuff, it's an entirely different experience. Example, a few times I was in deep prayer, and so even though I'm operating a physical body and everything, I've had injuries and things that would normally have bleeding and everything, and it would normally hurt. No pain whatsoever. And it's a little bit similar to if you've ever heard of psychic surgery. People open you up with no anesthesia and put their fingers in there and pull things out. All that looks gruesome from a physical perspective, but it's not physical at all. It's not the healers usually. I've never met a healer who himself as the spiritual being was able to do it. They have a lot of help from spirit, and they have master beings, healers that are on the other side that come through them that know how to change the dream. And that's part of the immortal body is, once you start to understand, once you start to know who you are as spirit, then you're like in that lucid dream. I'm the dreamer, so I don't like this dream anymore. I like to change the dream in a where it's more fun or whatever. And the minute you do that, the dream starts to change. Well, the body is part of this dream. It's part of this world. And so on all the dimensions. And the immortal body is one where the dreamer recognizes it and says, okay, I'm going to change this part of the dream. If you don't recognize that this is a whole dream and that you're the dreamer, you can't do that. I mean, you have to do it from the outside and, stitch up the cut and this and that instead of healing it from the inside.
Most of us do.
Yeah.